support the Bronx in this event. Fill up their plates with goodies, win prizes, including season tickets, Bronx baseball swag, baseball, Jim Tomei, Willie Stargell, and Dennis Eckersley, a bat signed by and the opportunity to throw out the ceremonial first pitch of the Bronx game. The sportscaster Bruce Erickson regaled those in attendance with his covering the College World Series. Director of Athletics Chris King spoke about the future of youth athletics and Bronx baseball. And Bronx head coach Manny Mitrana introduced his team to attendance. Mitrana and the players were thrilled with the support. Bronx baseball ready to go for the 2014 season. Friday, after all. To get things going, the Bronx held their inaugural first pitch breakfast. About 100 people came out to support the Bronx in this event. Filled their plates with goodies, win prizes, including season tickets, Bronx baseball swag, baseballs autographed by Jim Tomei.
Coming to you live from the UTPA Fieldhouse in the three-time All-American City of Edinburgh, this is Bronx basketball. Tonight, the Bronx take on the Chicago State University Cougars for the second time this season, and the Bronx go for the season sweep. Good evening again, everybody. Jonah Goldberg riding with you courtside as we count down to the start of tonight's game between the UTPA Bronx and the Chicago State University Cougars. The Broncs have come in on a little bit of a skid. In fact, their last win was against this team, the Chicago State Cougars, back on January 18th. Lost 5 since then, including 1 in overtime. Broncs hope to right the ship tonight. Chicago State, on the other hand, well, since losing to the Broncs, they're 2-3 and entered that game with the Broncs 3-0 and in first place in the WAC. And they're still up there, right in the middle of the pack. And a recent addition to the lineup, Rajan Muhammad, who hadn't played all season, started at point guard last game and expected to start again today. So it should be interesting, as we'll talk about with Broncs head coach Dan Hipscher in a moment. Broncs really don't know a heck of a lot about him. Broncs coming off of a 70-63 overtime loss at Idaho. Second time the Broncs have played Idaho to overtime. 4 Broncs reached double figures in scoring for the 8th time this season, led by junior Shaq Boga and sophomore Shaq Hines, who scored 15 points with 6 boards each. Boga had 5 assists, Hines with 3. Freshman Alex Majewski, how about him? First career start. Career high 12 points, career high 4 baskets, career high 3 of it were from behind the arc. An assist, first career block, a steal. Good game for him. And grad student Javon Farrell, 11.6 boards, 4 assists, career high 5 steals. How about Farrell? He's now at 981 career points, 385 of which have come at UTPA. So if he reaches 19 points today, he will make it to 1,000 career points. We'll take a timeout. Coming up on Broncs pregame, it's Coach's Corner. Chat with Broncs head coach Dan Hipscher. This is Broncs basketball.
Here, we understand how a team is the result of being part of something larger than yourself, creating a better outcome and a better tomorrow. Doctors Hospital Renaissance is proud to support the University of Texas Pan American Broncs.
Dr. Pena, does LASIK surgery work?
LASIK surgery is America's most frequently performed elective procedure. In fact, I've helped thousands of patients see better.
Dr. Pena.
Call me Raulito.
Thousands and thousands. Raulito, are you sure?
Is that thing on?
Yes.
Follow me. I had to put him somewhere. It's a big project.
That's a lot of successful operations. Call Dr. Raulito Pena at 661-UC.
The phone keeps ringing. Gotta make room.
It's the Red Tax Sales event at South Texas Buick GMC. Come in today and claim your Red Tax cash on just about all of our Buick and GMC inventory. It's the Red Tax Sales event at South Texas Buick GMC. Not the biggest, just the best.
Welcome back to Broncs pregame. It's Coach's Corner. Jonah Goldberg with Broncs head coach Dan Hipscher. And Coach, something about Idaho. You have to go to overtime when you play them, huh?
Unbelievable. 3 overtimes in 2 games and on the wrong end of both of them. But had opportunities and, better days ahead.
4 players reached double figures. And really, you look at the starting lineup and they accounted, I think, 90-something% of the scoring.
Yeah, it was a struggle for us offensively, to be honest. It was, we were 25 for 71 or something like that. So it was a real battle for us to get points, but we hung in there by scrapping and defensively turning them over. Many of the turnovers we forced actually got us some baskets on the run. So hopefully that'll be a trend for us in the future, and then we'll get making shots again.
Made a change in the starting lineup for that game. Alex Majewski in. What'd you think?
Well, he came in early and hit a couple, threes for us that extended a lead, and Alex is, a guy that is shooting the ball pretty well from the perimeter, gives us some spacing. Got a lot to learn defensively and passing and different things, but making shots for us right now is really important. And if he can rebound and keep adding to those things, he can help us.
Come in today facing a Chicago State team that last time you played them, they were undefeated in conference. They were in first place. You beat them by about 20 in their place. So what does that mean for this matchup tonight?
Well, the same thing it meant against UT San Antonio, I guess. We handled them pretty well up there, and then struggled in here. But hopefully not the same. Hopefully we can play as well as we did there and keep them off balance with our defenses. And we won the game there by getting to the line about 35 times, and we held them to only about 12 or 14 free throws, which is something we need to do consistently, because if we can drive the ball, get to the line, it puts pressure on their defense in a different way than that combats the shooting part that we struggle with at times. But hopefully again we can play to our potential and play well and bring about another win.
Of course, Chicago State's a slightly different team. I noticed that they had a point guard who started their last game who that was his first game of the season, so that brings a little bit of an unknown element in.
Yeah, the Muhammad kid is out of the blue, to be honest, and I don't know where he was, whether he had been injured or just got an eligibility ruling or what. He looks pretty quick on film. The one game we saw, struggled to shoot the ball, knock on wood, but he's gives them another guy out there that can get into the ball and play some defense for them and lead their team.
Beyond him, what can you tell us about the Cougars?
Well, the Pippen kid is one of the deadliest shooters in the league. He had 6 of them on us last time, I think, from a 3-line, and he takes really long, hard shots, and he's shooting 45% from a 3-line. So that tells you he's a pretty effective guy for. He'll take shots 5-6 feet outside the 3-line. So got to control him. Matt Ross, very good inside-outside player, tough kid. And then the Rosenberg kid has had a really good career for him and has had a great year also. So we got to keep him out of the paint.
Starts a stretch of 4 of the last 6 at home.
Yep, and we need to get playing well at home and get on a little run here at the end of the year and try to get back into this thing and then get ready for the tournament.
All right, Coach. Thanks a lot and good luck.
Thanks, Jonah.
It's Bronx head coach Dan Hipsher. That'll do it for the Coach's Corner. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have your starting lineups and opening tip. This is Bronx basketball.
Hey, how do I get to the baseball stick with the back?
Welcome back out to the UTPA Fieldhouse. Jonah Goldberg riding with you. Just about time for the start of this one between the UTPA Bronx and the Chicago State University Cougars. Let's get you to the starters, and we'll start with the visiting Cougars. Starting at the point guard position, a 6-foot, 188-pound junior out of Bolingbrook, Illinois. Number 6, Rajan Muhammad. At shooting guard, a guy who could also play the point, a 6'3", 195-pound junior out of Skokie, Illinois. Number 35, Clark Rosenberg. At small forward, a 6'4", 205-pound senior out of Hamburg, Arkansas. Number 33, Quentin Pippen, the nephew Scottie Pippen. At power forward, a 6'6", 235-pound senior out of Chicago, Illinois, number 1, Eddie Denard. And at center, a 6'8", 220-pound senior out of Dixon, Illinois, number 42, Matt Ross. The head coach of the Cougars in his 4th season is Tracy Dildy. Associate head coach is James Farr. Assistant coaches are Sean Pryor and Matt Raidberg. The Cougars enter this game with a record of 10-12, 5-3 in WAC play. They won last time out. The Cougars are 3-9 on the road this season, including a 3-1 record in WAC road games. As for those host UTPA Bronx, same lineup as last game. At the point guard position, a 5'11", 170-pound junior out of St. Louis, Missouri, number 5, Shaquille Boga. At shooting guard, a 6'5", 215-pound graduate student out of Woodbridge, Virginia, number 3, Javon Farrell. At small forward, a 6'7", 195-pound sophomore out of Chicago, Illinois, number 24, Shaquille Hines. At power forward, a 6'6", 180-pound freshman out of Chicago, Illinois, number 35, Alex Majewski. And at center, a 6'6", 225-pound senior out of Houston, number 25, Josh Cleveland. Head coach of the Bronx in his 1st season is Mr. Dan Hipsher. Associate head coach is Andy Hipsher. The assistants, Ellen McCroy and Cody Hopkins. Bronx are 6-19 this season, 2-8 in WAC play. They've lost their last 5, 1-8 at home this season, 1-4 in WAC home games. We're underway as the tip is up. It's won by Chicago State. We'll move left to right across your computer screen with the Cougars wearing their road black and greens. Bronx moving right to left wearing their home white, green, and orange. And right off the bat, Denard picks up the basket, and Chicago State has a 2-0 lead. Sean Farrell with the basketball left wing. Passes it up to Majewski, the right wing, Boga. Boga to Hines, and a foul. Denard picks up his first foul. .37 seconds in. Boga, basketball right wing up top. Farrell, who tries to put up a 3, gets rejected by Rosenberg at the arc, but the Bronx get it back. That's Farrell for 3, in and out. Cleveland tried the putback, it doesn't go again, and this time it does go. And that ties the game at 2. What to watch for today? We saw Farrell trying the 3. He is 19 points away from 1,000 for his career. We'll keep you up to date on Farrell's march on history. Farrell with the basketball right now for UTPA. Pass left wing, Majewski for 3. And it goes in. Did you see the way it bounced off the iron and came back down? It hit off of the far iron. It looked like, and then it bounced into the hoop. And the Bronx lead 5-2. Minute and a half gone by. Majewski had a couple of early 3s against Idaho as well, but there's the response for Ross. The big man who can pull up from outside. We're tied at 5. Hines with the basketball left corner. Skip pass out right wing. Majewski for 3. Too strong. This one comes back out. And here come the Cougars down the court with Pippen, who launches and hits it. Whoa! He hit that one from the parking lot. It's 8-5 Cougars. Boga feeds Farrell on the right wing. Farrell steps in. Offensive foul. It's Cougars ball. First foul against the Bronx, 2.5 minutes in. 8-5 Cougars. Pretty good crowd already here. And more filling in. Challenge of the Deans, all 7 colleges at UTPA. Getting judged on attendance and a free throw competition at halftime. Boga comes in, goes out to Farrell at the top for 3. Got it! Javon Farrell from downtown. 16 points from 1,000. And we're tied at 8. Boga trying to knock that ball away. It comes to the top to Muhammad. Now out to Rosenberg. He'll settle it down. Rosenberg comes inside, puts up with the left hand, doesn't fall. Rebound to Nard. His shot doesn't go. Cleveland had the board and goes to the ground. They'll call the push against Chicago State. Matt Ross picks up his foul. His first, that's 2 on the Cougars. Boga with the basketball at the top, left wing Farrell. To the corner, Hines. Hines skips it out to Boga. Top to Majewski. Left wing Farrell for 3. Doesn't go. Rebound pulled in by Denard. Back we go the other way. Rosenberg with the basketball left wing as the cheerleaders start a chant of defense, defense. Muhammad ball right wing. 16 minutes left. Pass towards Ross, goes into the backcourt violation, and it's Bronx ball when we return. 15:51 to play in the opening half, game tied at 8. This is Bronx basketball.
Madness is calling. The 2014 WAC Men's and Women's Basketball Tournament. March 12th through the 15th at Orleans Arena in Las Vegas. 16 teams battle through the brackets on their way to the big dance. Be there to see who will go home the big winner.
Ticket packages on sale now at utpabronx.com.
The 2-2. Well outside to the backstop. Everybody running. Rio scores the tying run. Swinging a liner past the third baseman into left field. The base hit. Bronx win. Bronx win. Bronx win.
This commercial brought to you by Lax Furniture, an official sponsor of the University of Texas Pan American Intercollegiate Athletics.
Brave and bold, silver and gold.
We're on a mission. Aggie up.
Bronx Country just got a whole lot bigger.
Mighty Wolverines of UVU.
Join the herd. Lopes up.
Bold moves, big season, grew up.
We are the new gold standard.
We will be champions.
We are the Western Athletic Conference.
Welcome back out to the UTPA Fieldhouse. Jonah Goldberg riding with you. 15:51 up on the clock here in half number 1. Bronx and Cougars tied at 8. Bronx basketball. Farrell. The Hines, the jumper, bounces in. Jack Hines with the soft touch, and the Bronx lead 10-8. Jumper doesn't go. Here come the Bronx. Farrell works his way in, gives it to Hines underneath, has his shot blocked and a foul. 2 free throws coming up for Hines. Hines, 526 from the field this season. Bronx is a team 654. It's on the first. Hines, one of a few Chicago natives, taking on the Chicago State team. 2 in the starting lineup for the Bronx and Hines and Majewski. Bronx also have LJ McIntosh, Jamal Dantzler, and Elijah Watson from Chicago. Chicago State, one Texan on their team, and Houston native Corey Gray. Chicago State with the ball underneath. Rosenberg feeds Duhan, who misses on the layup, and here come the Bronx out in transition. Farrell racing his way to the hoop, lays it in! Javon Farrell with the basket. He's 14 away from 1,000. The Bronx lead 14-8. 14:40 to play. Half number 1. And now it's Bronx ball again. Inbounds to Boga, gets in front of the defense, feeds Cleveland. The baby hook is good. Josh Cleveland. The Bronx lead 16-8. Rosenberg dribbling it out at half court. That's coming to the right wing, Muhammad. Back to Rosenberg at the top. Boga out to match him. Now back to Muhammad. Comes inside, Duhan. Tries the fall away, doesn't go. Ross got the rebound, and this is coming the other way. Ross just picked up his second offensive foul of the game. Marcus Starks is in. Ross takes a seat. Starks 6'5", 210. Ross 6'8", 220. Bounce comes to Justin Leathers into the game. Speeds Hines, now comes over to Farrell on the right wing. Farrell the top to Leathers. Left wing Boga. Boga gives to Hines, right elbow leaner is in and out. The rebound pulled in by Rosenberg. Back we go the other way. Ooh. That is another offensive foul against Chicago State. This one is on Ross's replacement, Starks. He elbowed Hines to the ground. Boga. Pass gets stripped. Rosenberg beats it ahead to Starks. Starks trying to come in against Hines. Now he passes it out to Duhan. Kicks it out to Muhammad. 13-20. On the clock, first half. Bronx doubling up the Cougars. Touch pass comes out to the corner. There's the three, and it's good for Muhammad. That's a 5-point game. 7 minutes gone. Farrell trying to direct traffic from the wing in front of the Cougars bench. Pass over to Hines, and well, I mean, that's where he told Hines to go, so to see where that pass was coming, it's good awareness by Quentin Pippin, but he was unable to hold on, so he loses it out of bounds, so it'll be Bronx ball. Leathers on the left wing, top to Farrell. Slings it back out to Leathers. Leathers, Hines, down low. Cleveland tries to go up strong. He gets hacked from behind. Nothing called. Cougars get it. Here comes Pippin. Right wing Muhammad sends it down low. There's a turnaround by Starks. Won't fall. Rebound Hines ahead to Farrell. Farrell the head of steam. Farrell taking it in, gets knocked loose from behind, falls to the ground, and is slow to get up, but LJ McIntosh picks it off, gets it to Leathers. Now Farrell's open in the corner. If Leathers sees him, he didn't, but he gets fouled coming inside, and Farrell is motioning over to the bench. He's trying to come out. Farrell gingerly right now. Nobody on the Bronx bench saw. But now that officials time out, because if there's a player that appears to be hurt, they'll stop play to allow the sub, and that's what happened as Boga comes in, and now head trainer Jim Lancaster goes over to take a look at Farrell. Farrell wearing a sleeve on that left knee, and that's where they're going to look. And that's all we know, and that's all we're going to say. We'll not speculate on to the extent. If we learn anything new, we'll pass it along. And obviously, we just hope that whatever it is, he turns out to be okay. Three goes up. Whoa, with a hand in his face. Pippen. Thanks to the 2-point game. Pippen's off to a nice start. Pair of 3-pointers. He's got 6. Boga coming in, and now an offensive foul against the Bronx. We've seen a lot of offensive fouls today. 11:34 to play in the opening half. Bronx lead 16-14. This is Bronx basketball.
Here, we understand how a team is the result of being part of something larger than yourself, creating a better outcome and a better tomorrow. Doctors Hospital Renaissance is proud to support the University of Texas Pan American Bronx.
Dr. Pena, does LASIK surgery work?
LASIK surgery is America's most frequently performed elective procedure. In fact, I've helped thousands of patients see better.
Dr. Pena.
Call me Raulito.
Thousands and thousands. Raulito, are you sure?
Is that thing on?
Yes.
Follow me. I had to put him somewhere. It's a big project.
That's a lot of successful operations. Call Dr. Raulito Pena at 661-UC.
The phone keeps ringing. Gotta make room.
It's the Red Tax Sales event at South Texas Buick GMC. Come in today and claim your Red Tax cash on just about all of our Buick and GMC inventory. It's the Red Tax Sales event at South Texas Buick GMC. Not the biggest, just the best.
Welcome back out to the UTPA Fieldhouse. Jonah Goldberg riding with you. 11:34 to play in the opening half. The Bronx up 16-14 on Chicago State. Chicago State breaks through the Bronx press. Now sets up the offense. Duhan to Rosenberg at the top. Left wing Muhammad, top to Rosenberg. Rosenberg works his way in, tries to move a shot, blocked by Hines, into the hands of Boga. Here they come. UTPA coming in with numbers. Boga straight to the hoop, puts it up. Good on the foul! Chance for a 3-point play.
Correction, personal foul is on number 32, Nate Duhan, his first, team 6. At the line for your Bronx, number 5, Shaquille Boga.
Boga, 74% free throw shooter this season. Hits the shot. And the Bronx lead by 5. Rosenberg with the ball out at the top. Pass over to Muhammad, left wing, open look at a 3, too strong. A rebound pulled in by Denard. Denard against Toivonen, trying to get in past him, throws it up over him and off the window and in. Bronx lead cut to 3. Boga running the offense for the Bronx. Check Hines with the ball left wing. Lobs it in for Toivonen. Off his fingertips and out of bounds. Still Bronx ball. Josh Cleveland back in. Laurie Toivonen takes a seat. Steal of the inbounds. Muhammad got in front of Boga and beats him to the hoop. It's a 1-point game. And Coach Hipshire calls for timeout with 9:50 to play in the opening half. The Bronx lead cut to 19-18. Women also in action at Chicago State, and with 11:49 to play in the opening half over at Jones Convocation Center, the Bronx have a 19-12 lead over the Cougars. In that game, Bronx led by Kaylin Boyd, who has 6 points, and Brittany Bush also with 6. Shante got 4, Tanisha Walker 3. That's your scoring. Bronx have hit 8 of their first 12 shots. My goodness. That's a pretty good number. Of course, they've allowed Chicago State to hit 5 of their first 10. Here, it's 19-18 with 9:50 to play in the first. Hines inbounds to Boga, and Boga will try and bring it up. Getting pressure in the backcourt by Rosenberg. Runs up past him. Now comes in. Fees Majewski at the top was open. Gives it to the right wing, McIntosh. Tries to send it inside Cleveland. Gets it back to McIntosh. Over to Boga at the top. 20 on the shot clock. Boga has trouble. Loses the dribble. Turns around past to Hines. Looking for Cleveland underneath. Rolls to McIntosh for 3. Too strong. Hines rips down the board. Turns around. Puts it up. Too weak. And he gets fouled. Well, if the Bronx can turn that sequence into points, that is what you call a win. And the pass for Cleveland ended up in McIntosh's hands. He was wide open, hit it a little too strong. And the offensive board and the foul. I think the Bronx can hit some free throws. So Hines heads to the line. He's already hit a couple today. Off the back iron. Javon Farrell's back in. LJ McIntosh takes a seat. That's a good sign. Hopefully that means Farrell's okay. Hines hits. Bronx lead is 20-18. Nine minutes to go in the first. Pass comes to the top to Pippen. Right wing Duhan sends it into the corner. That's Muhammad. Inside, Farrell trying to reach over. Pippen passes it out. Rosenberg left wing 3 too strong. Pippen battling for the rebound with Cleveland, and they'll call the foul on Cleveland.
Personal foul was on number 25, Josh Cleveland, for the first, team's third. Substitution for the Cougars, number 10, Kurt Harris, replaces number 35, Clark Rosenberg.
Pippen waiting along the baseline, sends the long inbounds out to Kurt Karras into the game for the first time, replacing Clark Rosenberg. Karras over to Corey Gray on the right wing, also making his first appearance up top to Duhan. Duhan back to Gray. Bronx playing 2-3 zone, 8.5 minutes to go in the first. Left wing Duhan, Duhan up top Gray. Farrell out to greet him. Ball cycles to the left, that's Pippen for three, doesn't fall. Farrell gets the long board and keeps it going straight towards the arc. Right wing Majewski for three, got it! He's a sharpshooter. Bronx lead by 5, 23-18. Duhan. Right to Pippen. Pass stolen by Farrell. Pass ahead to Hines, who tries to slam, and he gets knocked down, hit in midair to prevent the dunk. And they simply allow Chicago State to take the ball down. Ball comes underneath. There's the layup for Duhan. 23-20. That's a steal. Pippen thought about it, pass to the corner. Duhan off the front iron. Denard can't get it to go in. But an offensive rebound. And Gray will start up the play this time. Karras, bounce Pippen. Left wing, Muhammad. Or check that, Gray. Foul. The Chicago State ball when we return. 7:08 to play in the opening half. The Bronx lead is 23-20. This is Bronx basketball.
Madness is calling. The 2014 WAC Men's and Women's Basketball Tournament. March 12th through the 15th at Orleans Arena in Las Vegas. 16 teams battle through the brackets on their way to the big dance. Be there to see who will go home the big winner.
Ticket packages on sale now at UTPABronx.com.
The 2-2, well outside to the backstop. Everybody running, Rio scores the tying run. Swinging a liner past the third baseman into left field, the base hits. Bronx win! Bronx win! Bronx win!
This commercial brought to you by Lax Furniture, an official sponsor of the University of Texas Pan American Intercollegiate Athletics.
Welcome back out to the UTPA Fieldhouse. Jonah Goldberg riding with you with 7:08 to play in the opening half. And the Bronx up 23-20 at Chicago State ball. Leslie McIntosh checked in at the timeout, so it's Cleveland, Majewski, McIntosh, Hines, and Boga. Gray, Pippen, Gray for three. It's good. Tie game, 23-all. Boga. McIntosh right wing up to Boga. There's the floater. Bounces in. Bronx take the lead back. It's 25-23. And a turnover. Here come the Bronx. Majewski, McIntosh, right wing for three. It's good! 28-23. Duhan, Karras. The jumper from the foul line doesn't go in. McIntosh the rebound, gets it at DeBoga. Right wing McIntosh, the right corner Hines. Cleveland, back to Hines. McIntosh left corner. Over to Majewski. Sends into Hines. Lob for Cleveland off his fingertips. He gets knocked to the ground. And they're calling the foul on the Bronx? What? Coach Hipsher is up and he extends his hands. He's trying to get an explanation. I'd like one too. I guess Cleveland somehow managed to commit a foul while getting knocked to the ground. That's my takeaway. Boga and Majewski thought they got great at travel, but instead one of them got called for a hand check, I guess. Brings the Bronx up to 5. Coach Hipsher currently trying to get an explanation from the official who made that call before on the mysterious foul. Gray with the ball, right wing, and he passes it to, almost reached our official scorer, but it was out of his reach, and that means it was out of bounds. So it's Bronx ball, 4:37 to play in the first. Three for McIntosh doesn't go. Hines the offensive board. Left corner Majewski for three. Too strong. Long rebound comes into the hands of the Cougars, and McIntosh bumps Duhan for the foul.
Substitution for the Cougars number 35, Clark Rosenberg is the game.
Corey Gray takes a seat. Clark Rosenberg is back in. Gray, Denard, Karras, Pippen, Rosenberg, the 5 for the Cougars. McIntosh, Boga, Hines, Cleveland, Majewski for UTPA. Bronx by 5 with 4:11 to play in the first. Corey Gray has the ball at the top. Chance of defense coming from the student section, directly across from us. And Loud. Pippen, right wing Duhan. 15 on the shot clock. Rosenberg, the jumper, doesn't go. And the rebound pulled in by Hines. Back we go the other way. McIntosh, right wing Hines. Top to Boga, to the left wing Majewski, back to Boga. Boga comes inside as the ball knocked out of his arms and into the seats. And they'll call it Cougars ball when we return. 3:23 to play. The Bronx lead by 5 in the first. This is Bronx basketball.
Here, we understand how a team is the result of being part of something larger than yourself, creating a better outcome and a better tomorrow. Children's Hospital at Renaissance is proud to support the University of Texas Pan American Bronx.
Dr. Pena, does LASIK surgery work?
LASIK surgery is America's most frequently performed elective procedure. In fact, I've helped thousands of patients see better.
Dr. Pena.
Call me Raulito.
Thousands and thousands. Raulito, are you sure?
Is that thing on?
Yes.
Follow me. I had to put him somewhere. It's a big project.
That's a lot of successful operations. Call Dr. Rolito Pena at 661-UC.
The phone keeps ringing. Gotta make room.
It's the Red Tax Sales event at South Texas Buick GMC. Come in today and claim your Red Tax cash on just about all of our Buick and GMC inventory. It's the Red Tax Sales event at South Texas Buick GMC. Not the biggest, just the best.
Back we are at the UTPA Fieldhouse. Jonah Goldberg riding with you with 3:23 to play. The Bronx are up 28-23. Checking in with the women. Bronx up 33-23. 3.5 minutes to play in Chicago. Get this, the Bronx are shooting 61% from the field on the women's side tonight. Whoa. Here on the men's side, 53%. So two teams that haven't necessarily put up big shooting numbers this year, really doing so in the first half tonight against Chicago State. Ball batted around, comes out to Rosenberg, fresh shot clock. Chicago State, Rosenberg puts it up, no good on the rebound of Denard. This one's coming the other way. But we had a lot of offensive fouls today.
Offensive foul on number 1, Eddie Denard. His third, team's 8th. Substitution for the Cougars, number 54, Marcus Starks, replaces number 1, Eddie Denard. At the line for the Bronx, number 24, Shaquille Hines.
Free throw is short for Hines. Rebound, Pippen. Rosenberg back to Pippen. For Rosenberg at the top. Pippen. Muhammad. Rosenberg, and this one goes out. Bronx ball. Majewski, right wing McIntosh. To Majewski on the left wing. Top of the key, Boga. Right wing McIntosh for 3. Too strong. Majewski gets the rebound though. Comes underneath, puts it up and in! 30-23 Bronx. Ball down low for Chicago State. A block by Cleveland of Starks. When the ball comes loose on the ground, bodies diving everywhere. Starks picks it up. Layup is swatted away by Majewski, but picked back up by Muhammad. And now a 4-player tie-up leads us to a jump ball. Wow. And the fans getting energized here at the field house. I dare say our largest crowd of the season. So I just take a quick cursory look around. I think we may have a larger crowd than we did in the Houston game. Do a quick mop of the floor. You know, it's funny, I'm looking on the screen and I realize how ridiculous what I say sounds because of what you're able to see versus what I'm not able to see. But see that full looking section? It's full all the way to the top. And the one next to it has a bunch of full rows a little higher too. And the section behind me, which you can't see, is pretty packed as well. The 4 sections, I should say, the whole half. So, well, 3 out of the 4 sections anyway, so take another look. But I think you get the point.
At the line for the Bronx, number 25, Josh Cleveland.
Cleveland hits the first free throw. Cleveland, 43% free throw shooter this season. That's both. Bronx by 9. On a 9-0 run, spanning 5 minutes. Offensive rebound, Duhan. It's out to Pippen, right corner. Gets it underneath Rosenberg. His shot short. Hines the board with a minute and a half left in the half. Boga. It's over to Hines. McIntosh. Turns it over. Coach Dildy wanted to travel, and it looked like they might have signaled that McIntosh stepped out either way. It's Bronx ball, or Cougars ball, I should say. 81 seconds left in the half. Duhan coming straight to the basket, tries the shot, and Majewski wants to block it, and they are calling a foul. Although they're actually calling the foul on Cleveland. Guess he made contact with the body. Duhan hits the first. Breaks the Bronx run. Justin Leathers in, Josh Cleveland out. Cleveland with 2 fouls, probably will sit the final 76 seconds of this half. Second shot good. Bronx lead is 7. Let's see if they can push it into double figures before the half. That would be huge. Leathers pass picked up. Pippen has other ideas. Coming straight to the basket, lays it up and in. And of course, you look at the other end. I mean, the Cougars want to be within at least 2 possessions, if not 1. I mean, they want to have the lead, of course, but tie up, jump ball, possession arrow favor Chicago State. So after the Bronx 9-0 run ended, 4 straight for Chicago State, in a span of 16 seconds, and now they get the ball right back 12 seconds later. Thirteen-second differential between shot clock and game clock. Shot clock at 26. Pippen. Duhan left corner. Pippen again left wing. There's the 3 from Muhammad. It's good, and it's a 2-point game. Well, the Bronx went up 9 with a minute 48 left. It's suddenly a 2-point game, and they've just got to make sure they have the lead going into the half at this point. 5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2. Boga left corner. Majewski for 3. Too strong. We go into the half with Chicago State holding all the momentum on a 7-0 run. The Bronx lead 32 to 30. We'll take a timeout. Coming up on the Bronx Halftime Report, we'll take a look at some of your first half numbers, and then we'll show you a clip from this week's edition of Bronx Country. This is Bronx Basketball.
Madness is calling. The 2014 WAC Men's and Women's Basketball Tournament. March 12th through the 15th at Orleans Arena in Las Vegas. 16 teams battle through the brackets on their way to the big dance. Be there to see who will go home the big winner.
Ticket packages on sale now at UTPABronx.com.
The 2-2. Well outside to the backstop. Everybody running. Rio scores the tying run. Swinging a liner past the third baseman into left field. The base hit. Bronx win. Bronx win. Bronx win.
This commercial brought to you by Lax Furniture, an official sponsor of the University of Texas Pan American Intercollegiate Athletics.
Brave and bold, silver and gold.
We're on a mission. Aggie up.
Bronx country just got a whole lot bigger.
Mighty Wolverines of UVU.
Join the herd. Lopes up.
Bold moves, big season, grew up.
We are the new gold standard.
We will be champions.
We are the Western Athletic Conference.
Back out to the UTPA Fieldhouse. Jonah Goldberg riding with you. The score at the half is 32-30 in favor of Chicago, or UTPA, I should say. Let's take a look at some of those first half numbers. We'll start with visiting Cougars. Leading the team in scoring with 8 points. Quinton Pippin on 3 of 6 shooting, 2 of 5 from beyond the arc, 3 boards, 4 assists, 3 steals. Also with 8 points, Rajan Muhammad, 3 of 4 shooting, 2 of 3 from behind the arc with a steal. After that, it's 4 points, 3 rebounds for Eddie Denard, 4 points, 3 rebounds, Nate Duhan, 3 points, Matt Ross, and 3 points for Corey Gray. The Cougars 11 of 33 from the field. That's 33%. 6 of 12 from behind the arc, 50%. And 2 of 2 from the line. 14 rebounds, 7 offensive, compared to 19 and 4 by UTPA. The Bronx led in scoring by Alex Majewski. Scored 8 points, 3 of 6 shooting, 2 of 5 from behind the arc with a board and an assist. 6 points for Josh Cleveland, 2 of 3 shooting, 2 of 2 from the line, 4 rebounds. 5 points, 5 rebounds, Shaq Hines. He also has 2 blocks. 5 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, Javon Farrell. 5 points, 2 helper, Shaq Boga. 3 points, and a steal for LJ McIntosh. The Bronx, 11 of 22 from the field. That's a cool 50%. 4 of 12 from behind the arc, that's 33%. And 6 of 8 from the line, 75%. Points in the paint, Chicago State with 10, UTPA with 8 points off turnovers. The Bronx with 18 off of, check that, the Cougars with 18 points off of 13 Bronx turnovers. UTPA with 6 points off of 8 Chicago State turnovers. And that's, I mean, that is such a big reason why this game is close right now, despite the shooting percentages, because, I mean, the Bronx are one of the best teams in the nation in terms of turnover margin. They enter this week 42nd in the NCAA and 2nd in the WAC at plus 2.4 turnovers, which is really good. Bronx are also really strong in assist turnover ratio. They just don't commit turnovers. I mean, this year, the Bronx have committed fewer turnovers than their opponent 16 times, fewer or the same number of turnovers than their opponent 20 times. They've only out-turnovered their opponent 4 times this year. So surprising to see the Bronx 5 more turnovers than their opponent, and it's made a huge difference. That's why it's a 2-point game right now. Each team with 5 second chance points, 4 fast break points for the Cougars, 2 for the Bronx, 7 bench points for the Cougars, 3 for the Bronx. There have been 3 lead changes and 4 ties. We'll give you all these numbers, but the only ones that matter, 32-30, the Bronx lead the Cougars at the half. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, you'll see a clip from this week's edition of Bronx Country, the Bronx regionally televised program. You can catch it every Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. Time Warner Cable Sports Channel. Every Friday at 11 a.m. on Comcast Sportsnet Houston. And throughout the week on McAllen Cable Network, Far Television at 956sports.com.
Here, we understand how a team is the result of being part of something larger than yourself, creating a better outcome and a better tomorrow. Doctors Hospital Renaissance is proud to support the University of Texas Pan American Bronx.
Dr. Pena, does LASIK surgery work?
LASIK surgery is America's most frequently performed elective procedure. In fact, I've helped thousands of patients see better.
Dr. Pena.
Call me Raulito.
Thousands and thousands. Raulito, are you sure?
Is that thing on?
Yes.
Follow me. I had to put him somewhere. It's a big project.
That's a lot of successful operations. Call Dr. Raulito Pena at 661-UC.
The phone keeps ringing. Gotta make room.
It's the Red Tax Sales event at South Texas Buick GMC. Come in today and claim your Red Tax cash on just about all of our Buick and GMC inventory. It's the Red Tax Sales event at South Texas Buick GMC.
Not the biggest, just the best.
Bronx baseball ready to go for the 2014 season. Starts on Friday, after all. And to get things going, the Bronx held their inaugural first pitch breakfast. About 100 people came out to support the Bronx at this event, fill up their plates with goodies, win prizes that included season tickets, Bronx baseball swag, baseballs autographed by Jim Tomei, Willie Stargell, and Dennis Eckersley, a bat signed by Manny Ramirez, and the opportunity to throw out the ceremonial first pitch at a Bronx game. Local sportscaster Vince Erickson regaled those in attendance with his story of covering a College World Series. Director of Athletics Chris King spoke about the future of UTPA athletics and Bronx baseball, and then Bronx head coach Manny Mantrana introduced his team to the supporters in attendance. Mantrana and the players were thrilled with the support they got from the community.
Well, it's always good, to see that we have a big support base, and just see all these people come together for Bronx baseball. It's exciting.
And it's great that the community met all of our players, their 2014 Bronx, and for our players to realize that the community does care and will follow.
While the breakfast was going on, the Bronx learned of some big honors from college sports madness. Senior pitcher Sam Street named the preseason WAC Pitcher of the Year while occupying a spot on the All-WAC first team. Joining Street on the first team were 2 other seniors, infielder Alberto Morales and outfielder Alex Howe.
It's a really nice compliment, but obviously the more important thing is getting the Texas Pan American name up there.
It's an honor, man. Anytime you can get named to a first team all conference, it's a real honor.
It's definitely a terrific honor. It's something I'm very proud of. I'm definitely looking forward to getting the season started on Friday, and I can't wait for another good year for Bronx baseball.
Well, you know what? Those are 3 wonderful student athletes, Jonah. They're great students. They're great teammates. They're great baseball players, so I'm very happy for them, and it's well-deserved.
As for the preseason coaches poll, the Bronx picked to finish 6th in what should be really a pretty wide open and ultra-competitive WAC. Returning powers Bakersfield, New Mexico State, and Sacramento State picked at the top. Just to illustrate the depth, Bronx fans are familiar with a few of these teams from recent seasons in the Great West, and they know as well as anyone that, top to bottom, this is going to be a tough conference. It's going to make it a fun season.
What I can tell you is I like the way our practices are going. I think we're better defensively than last year. We're better on the mound. We have a better team speed. So I like this group. They like each other. They practice hard, and they can't wait to start competing.
And just as the Bronx are getting support from the community, they're also giving back with a new program called Strike Out Hunger. If you bring 4 non-perishable food items to any Sunday home game this season, you'll get a free ticket to the game. You can do this for as many people as you have. Have a family of 4? Bring 16 items. All the food goes directly to the Food Bank RGV, allowing your donations to help those in need here in the Rio Grande Valley.
Take it from the national standpoint, 1 out of 5 children under the age of 18 goes to bed worrying about where their next meal will be coming from. That's called food insecurity. Well, in Hidalgo County alone, it's 1 out of 2 children that are food insecure.
The Bronx open the season Friday against Texas A&M Corpus Christi at 7 p.m., which means it's time to get your season tickets. For just $100, you can get tickets that are good for all of the Bronx games this season. To get yours now, give the Bronx a call, 956-665-2221, or visit UTPABronx.com.
Madness is calling. The 2014 WAC Men's and Women's Basketball Tournament. March 12th through the 15th at Orleans Arena in Las Vegas. 16 teams battle through the brackets on their way to the big dance. Be there to see who will go home the big winner.
Ticket packages on sale now at UTPABronx.com.
The 2-2. Well outside to the backstop. Everybody running. Rio scores the tying run. Swinging a liner past the third baseman into left field. The base hits. Bronx win! Bronx win! Bronx win! This commercial brought to you by Lax Furniture, an official sponsor of the University of Texas Pan American Intercollegiate Athletics.
Brave and bold, silver and gold.
We are on a mission. Aggie up.
Bronx country just got a whole lot bigger.
Mighty Wolverines of UVU.
Join the herd. Lopes up.
Bold moves, big season, grew up.
We are the new gold standard.
We will be champions.
We are the Western Athletic Conference.
Welcome back out to the UTPA Fieldhouse. Jonah Goldberg riding with you. The score at the half is 32-30 in favor of the UTPA Bronx. Chicago State closed the half on a 7-0 run over the final minute and 16 seconds. Nate Duhon in a couple of free throws. With a minute 16 left to break the Bronx 9-0 run. And then Quentin Pippin made a layup 16 seconds later, and then with 20 seconds left in the half, Rajan Muhammad hit a three. And that made it 32-30. Frogs still have the lead, but Cougars have cut it from a 9-point game to a 2-point game. Von Farrell back in for UTPA, starting this half with Majewski, Boga, Cleveland, and Hines. Farrell gets the opening pass, gives it to Majewski, back to Boga. Bronx now moving left to right across your computer screen to Cleveland for a little bit of a layup alley-oop. The Bronx lead is 34-30. Rosenberg comes in, turns around, stops, gives it up to Ross at the top. Ross didn't see a lot of minutes in the first half. He was in foul trouble, 2 early fouls, both offensive. Okay, Ross gets it down low. Traveling, Bronx ball. Farrell doubled out near center court, kicks it ahead to Majewski, wide open 3, too long. Goes out, and it's Cougars ball. 50 seconds gone by here in half number 2. Pippen with the basketball on the left wing, passes it up top to Denard. The right corner, Ross. Ross gets it down low, out to the left wing, Rosenberg. Rosenberg throws it up and in, and it's 34-32. Majewski on the left wing. Pass deflected. Right corner, Muhammad nails the 3, and the Cougars take the lead back. It's 35-34. Farrell sends it down low to Cleveland and gets doubled. Top of the key to Boga. Boga stops, gives it out to Farrell at the top. Farrell comes inside, throws it up, doesn't go. Rebound tipped and comes down in the hands of Denard. Pippen coming strong to the basket, gets knocked to the ground to try the layup, and I think he'll be headed to the line. Shaquille Hines just picked up his second. Quentin Pippen. Making his first trip to the line. Short on the first. Pippen, an 81% free throw shooter this year. Jamal Dantzler is in. Alex Majewski takes a seat. Dantzler's first appearance of the game. Didn't play in the Bronx last game, though he started against Seattle. (36-34) Cougars. Hines, Boga at the top. Dantzler left wing. Skip pass comes out to Boga right corner. Just before he falls out, he tried to pass for Cleveland, but it's picked off by Denard, who comes straight to the hoop, gets it to Muhammad, good in the foul. Boy, Rajan Muhammad has really come out of nowhere for Chicago State. I mean, he didn't even play a game until this past Saturday. Now he's got 13 points on 5 of 6 shooting. He's 3 of 4 from behind the arc. And headed to the line. Free throw doesn't go. Didn't really do much in his first game, but played all season. Now he comes in and lighting it up. Christian Hildebrand in for the first time. He's on the left wing for the Bronx. Top to Boga. Right wing Hines. The corner Hildebrand. Bounce to Cleveland. Comes underneath Farrell. Turns around. Tries the shot and he gets fouled. So Farrell's going to head to the line. Farrell's first trip to the line. First one's good. He's got 6. Farrell's 72% free throw shooter. 101 for 140 now. 2-point game. Farrell with 7 points. He's 12 points short of 1,000 for his career between both UMass and UTPA. Pippen for 3 right wing. Too strong. Farrell the rebound. Left wing Hildebrand. Sends it into Cleveland and gives it back out to Farrell. Now to Hines, right corner. Boga for 3. Doesn't go. Cleveland tried to get the board and it gets taken out of his hands. Here comes Rosenberg with a head of steam for Chicago State. Coming in past, the defense lays it up and in. Well, they just didn't stop. They didn't care there were players in front of them. Rosenberg went right past them. Much closer game than the first meeting between these two. Farrell 3 right wing, short. Rebound Rosenberg. First time these two teams met. The Bronx dominated up in Chicago. And the Bronx won by 23. Kick ball. Now we're up against the media timeout. 15:52 to play. Bronx down 4. This is Bronx basketball.
Here, we understand how a team is the result of being part of something larger than yourself, creating a better outcome and a better tomorrow. Doctors Hospital Renaissance is proud to support the University of Texas Pan American Bronx.
Dr. Pena, does LASIK surgery work?
LASIK surgery is America's most frequently performed elective procedure. In fact, I've helped thousands of patients see better.
Dr. Pena.
Call me Raulito.
Thousands and thousands. Raulito, are you sure?
Is that thing on?
Yes.
Follow me. I had to put him somewhere. It's a big project.
That's a lot of successful operations. Call Dr. Rolito Pena at 661-UC.
The phone keeps ringing. Gotta make room.
It's the Red Tax Sales event at South Texas Buick GMC. Come in today and claim your Red Tax cash on just about all of our Buick and GMC inventory. It's the Red Tax Sales event at South Texas Buick GMC.
Not the biggest, just the best.
Back we are at the UTPA Fieldhouse. Jonah Goldberg riding with you. 15:52 to play. And the Bronx down 40-36. Chicago State on a 17-4 run dating back to the final minute and a half of the first half. Muhammad for 3, misses. Fair miss for him. Hines the rebound, gets it out to Farrell, who ends up stepping out of bounds right in front of us. Cougars ball. Muhammad tries the pass. He knocks it off of the leg of Hines. It comes loose on the ground. Ross picks it up in the scrum. Out to Pippen on the right wing. Pippen comes along the baseline, passes it out to Ross. Ross now to Rosenberg. Takes to the drive, has it stripped. Boga, head to Farrell. He's all alone for the slam! 40-38, and that got this Bronx crowd back up. 9 points for Farrell. He's 10 away from 1,000. Pippen over to Rosenberg, right corner. Left wing Muhammad. Skip pass, Pippen. Right wing NBA. Up top Rosenberg. 10 on the shot clock. Left wing Muhammad. Comes down low, over to Gray. Or rather, to Denard. Now to Ross, right corner. The contested three, no. Rebound Hines. Boga, Hines, Boga, Farrell, Hildebrandt. Pass knocked away, over to Farrell. 20 on the shot clock. Hildebrandt left wing. Top to Farrell. To Hines on his left. There's 10 on that shot clock. Right wing Hildebrandt. Farrell right elbow. Comes in. Tried to dump it off. It gets loose. Boga picks it up with 3. Boga puts it up and in! With 1 on the clock. Boga ties the game at 40. Rosenberg. Today to Denard, out to Ross, right wing. Ross has it stripped from behind by Hildebrandt. Ball comes loose. Ross picks it up, gets it over to Denard. 20 on the shot clock. Chicago State will reset. Rosenberg with the ball out at the top. Bronx going zone. Muhammad, left wing Rosenberg, 9 on the shot clock, 8. Bodies flying away from the ball. Ross, shot blocked by Hildebrandt. They call a foul. And Farrell pulls up lame.
Personal foul is on number 44, Christian Hildebrandt.
It's that left leg again.
His first, team's third at the half.
Bronx Associate AD for Sports Medicine, Jim Lancaster, also the head athletic trainer, runs over beyond the baseline. And it's going to help Farrell either to the training room or to the bench. In the meantime, LJ McIntosh is checking in.
Substitution for the Bronx, number 2, LJ McIntosh replaces Javon Farrell. And into the game for...
They're going to head back towards the bench area.
Number 32, Nate Duhon. And number 0, Corey Gall.
Ross, it's the first. First trip to the line for Ross. 85% from the line this season. He unties the game. Off the back iron on the second. Rebound Bronx. They can take the lead back with a basket here. Through Hines' hands. Picked up by Chicago State. They've got numbers. They hurry. Pippen underneath. Lays it in. Still a one-possession game. Boga through traffic. Boga pass. Knocked away. Boga into the lane. Throws it up. Doesn't go.
Personal foul is on number 42, Mike Ross, who's third, team's second of the half. Substitution for the Cougars, number 1, Eddie Denard.
Corey Gray is in for Chicago State. Matt Ross takes a seat. Well, the Brand inbounds to Hines. Hines over to Boga. Boga, McIntosh comes in. Boga throws it up. Off the window and in, plus the foul!
Personal foul is on number 33, Christian Pippen, his third, team's third.
And McIntosh headed to the line. His first trip today. The shot is good. Tie game, 43 all. This is his 9th trip to the line all season. He's hit 5 of them. I don't know if he's hit a bigger one than that, though. 12:40 to go. And a huge whack matchup as the Bronx trying to break a skid. Steal, Hildebrandt. Over to Boga, the Bronx can take the lead back on this possession. Hildebrandt left wing. Looking for the pass, finds McIntosh, back to Hildebrandt, to the top to Boga. Swings it over to the right wing, Hines. 22 shot clock, up top McIntosh, left wing Boga, thought about it. Dribbles it out instead, feeds McIntosh, right corner, Hildebrandt into Cleveland. 14, 13, McIntosh, left wing Boga, alone for three. Got it! 46-43 Bronx! Steal on the ground. Bronx ball. When we return. 11:52 to play. And the Bronx lead is 46-43. This is Bronx basketball.
Madness is calling. The 2014 WAC Men's and Women's Basketball Tournament. March 12th through the 15th at Orleans Arena in Las Vegas. 16 teams battle through the brackets on their way to the big dance. Be there to see who will go home the big winner.
Ticket packages on sale now at UTPABronx.com.
The 2-2, well outside to the backstop. Everybody running, Rio scores the tying run. Swinging a liner past the third baseman into left field, the base hit. Bronx win! Bronx win! Bronx win!
This commercial brought to you by Lax Furniture, an official sponsor of the University of Texas Pan American Intercollegiate Athletics.
Back at the UTPA Fieldhouse, Shona Goldberg riding with you, 11:52 to go. Bronx up 46-43, and Shaq Hines lays it in. It's 48-43. Eleven and a half minutes left. Pippen deep. Whoa! From 2 feet beyond the NBA arc. That's the second time he's done that today. That's not like it's deep in the clock or anything. He makes it a 2-point game. It's 48-46, but Boga gives the Bronx that 2-possession lead back. Boy, Quinton Pippen is something else, huh? Rosenberg comes to Pippen at the top. Boga out to contest him at the NBA arc. Denard, no good but a foul. 11 minutes left.
Personal foul is on number 25, Josh Cleveland, his third, team's fourth.
First shot good.
Substitution for the Bronx, number 21, Larte Toivonen, replaces number 20.
Lord Toivonen in, Josh Cleveland out. One more shot coming up for Denard. It's good. It's a 2-point game, 50-48, exactly 11 minutes on the clock. Boga runs the offense. Wing Toivonen. Toivonen hands it off to Hines. To Hildebrand. Top of the key to Boga. Boga races in, throws it up, doesn't go. Rebound pulled in by the Cougars. And Duhan has a little trouble dribbling. Ball out to Rosenberg. Duhan with the teardrop ties the game at 50. And the Bronx want a timeout. 10:09 to play. It'll extend into immediate timeout. Game tied at 50. You're watching Bronx basketball.
Madness is calling. The 2014 WAC Men's and Women's Basketball Tournament. March 12th through the 15th at Orleans Arena in Las Vegas. 16 teams battle through the brackets on their way to the big dance. Be there to see who will go home the big winner.
Ticket packages on sale now at UTPABronx.com.
The 2-2. Well outside to the backstop. Everybody running. Rio scores the tying run. Swinging a liner past the third baseman into left field. The base hit. Bronx win. Bronx win. Bronx win.
This commercial brought to you by Lax Furniture, an official sponsor of the University of Texas Pan American Intercollegiate Athletics.
Thanks for jumping around, fans. It was fun.
Back in the UTPA Fieldhouse, Jonah Goldberg riding with you. 10:09 to play. Game tied at 50. And it's Bronx basketball off their own timeout. Boga with the basketball at the top. Bounce over to Hines and foul away from the ball on Nate Duhan. I didn't see what he did. It's his second. Fifth on the Cougars. Still Bronx ball. Hildebrand. Inbounds to McIntosh, who saves it from going out. Get over to Boga, but he gets stripped. All sorts of physicality going on right in front of us. Rosenberg up top to Pippen, back to Rosenberg on the right wing. Skip. Deep three, Pippen. This one's too strong. 2 feet from beyond the NBA arc. It's long. What does that say? I mean, my goodness, he has range. Boga. Looking for McIntosh, gets tipped out of bounds. It's going to be Cougars ball.
Substitution for the Bronx, number 25, Josh Cleveland, and number 3,
Javon Cleveland and Javon Farrell and Josh Cleveland to play Shaquille Boga and Lori Toivonen. Pippen to Duhan in the corner. Duan back to Pippen, right wing. Skip pass, comes out left wing Rosenberg. Steps right, gives it up top. Now comes back to the corner, Pippen for three. Rolls off the rim, rebound Cleveland. Carroll bringing it up with 9 points today. The left wing Hildebrandt. Looks for Cleveland down low, but it's picked off. Here come the Cougars. No good but a foul.
Personal foul is on number 3, Javon Carroll. His third, team 6. At the line for the Cougars, number 33,
Quentin Pippen hits the first free throw. Cougars take the lead back. It's 51-50. Second free throw on the way is good. 52-50 Cougars with 8:49 to play. Farrell, over to Hines, left wing Majewski. Top to Farrell. Bounce back to Majewski. 19, Farrell, right wing McIntosh. Up top Farrell, left wing Majewski. Wide open three, in and out. Hines, the offensive board, his shot blocked. And back we go the other way with the Cougars. 8:20 to go in the first. Rosenberg, right wing Duhan, back to Rosenberg at the top. That's Muhammad for three. Rolls off the rim. Rebound, tipped up in the air, and a foul on the board on Farrell, his fourth. And it's Cougars ball when we return. 7:56 to play, Bronx down by 2. You're watching Bronx basketball.
Here, we understand how a team is the result of being part of something larger than yourself, creating a better outcome and a better tomorrow. Doctors Hospital Renaissance is proud to support the University of Texas Pan American Bronx.
Dr. Pena, does LASIK surgery work?
LASIK surgery is America's most frequently performed elective procedure. In fact, I've helped thousands of patients see better.
Dr. Pena.
Call me Raulito.
Thousands and thousands. Raulito, are you sure?
Is that thing on?
Yes.
Follow me. I had to put him somewhere. It's a big project.
That's a lot of successful operations. Call Dr. Rolito Pena at 661-UC.
The phone keeps ringing. Gotta make room.
It's the Red Tax Sales event at South Texas Buick GMC. Come in today and claim.
Welcome back out to the UTPA Fieldhouse. Jonah Goldberg riding with you, 7:56 to play. And it's 52-50 Cougars. Clark Rosenberg at the line. Miss, a rebound, Farrell. Farrell playing with 4 fouls now. Has it at the top, over to Hines, over to Cleveland down low, through his hands and out. But off the Cougars. So it remains Bronx ball. Boga gets the inbounds right wing. Boga in the lane, tries to pass it off, and a whistle before he can. It's foul number 6 on Chicago State. Coach Dildy unhappy. Looks like Cleveland got fouled on that inbounds. That's 4 on Eddie Denard. 7 on the Cougars, which means a 1-on-1 coming up for Cleveland, who's already 2 for 2 today. Cleveland's been playing well these last few games. 3 for 4, 8.6 boards, a block. And the first one's good. 1-point game. One more coming up for Cleveland. Off the front iron. Rebound Ross. 7.5 minutes to play. Bronx down 1. It's 52-51. Duhan shot deflected by Cleveland into the hands of Hines. Here come the Bronx. They can take the lead back on this possession. Boga, Majewski left wing for the lead. Too strong. Cleveland the rebound. Sends it out to Boga. The Bronx can reset with a fresh shot clock. Farrell to Hines. Gets past Rosenberg. Gives it back to Farrell. Dumps it out. Boga left wing. Comes inside along the baseline. Throws it up. No. This time the rebound comes in by Muhammad. Back we go the other way. Coach Chipster just yells out, "Why?" Foul on Boga, his second. That's 8 on the Bronx. Clark Rosenberg to the line. No good. Rebound Farrell. The Bronx can again take the lead back on this possession. Boga moves left. Gets over to Majewski. Now to Hines, foul line. Right corner, Farrell. Works the baseline, throws it up, in and out. Rebound long. Farrell is able to grab it around center court. Coming back in, feeds Cleveland, throws it up, and in! Bronx take the lead, 53-52. Rosenberg foul line, 15 on the shot clock. Now out to Muhammad, misses on the 3. Rebound Majewski. Hines passes it up to Boga. 6 minutes left. Farrell, right wing Hines. Farrell, and a foul.
His first, team 8. At the line for the Bronx, number 3, Javon Farrell. And substitution for the Bronx, number 21,
Laurie Toivonen in. Josh Cleveland gets a breather. Cleveland 11-7 today with 2 blocks to boot. Farrell hits the first. 54-52. Farrell 3 for 3 from the line. He's the 3rd Bronx in double figures. Now has 11. He's 8 points from 1,000. Boga falls down. Rosenberg tries to take advantage. Passes out. Pippen, open look at a 3. Got it. 3rd NBA 3 Pippen's hit today. Ties the game at 55. 5:26 to play. Bronx will take the lead back with any kind of score. And a foul on Ross. That's 4 on Ross, 9 on the Cougars. One and on coming up for Toivonen. If he hits just one, and he'd have to hit the first, he can untie it. Toivonen, a 61% free throw shooter. Off the back iron, and the rebound Ross. Bronx need to stop. 5:10 to go. Pippen. Ball comes down low. Ross puts it up, misses. Rebound batted out of bounds, and it's Bronx ball with 5:03 to play, and the game tied at 55. Josh Cleveland replaces Laurie Toivonen. And Boga runs the offense. Off to Farrell, back to Boga, to the left wing Hines, back to Boga. Back to Farrell. 20 on the shot clock, Farrell. Bounce Boga, left wing for the lead. Too strong. Rebound, Ross gets it. And here we go, right to left with the Cougars. Muhammad. Duhan, back to Muhammad. Rosenberg, doubled, finds Ross, right wing Pippen, what a deep three, and it rolls off the rim. Another 2 feet from behind the NBA arc attempt. And he had so much room, he could have taken a step forward, he could have taken 3 steps forward and still gotten the shot off. Boga, right wing for 3, off the back iron, rebound tipped out to Farrell. Fresh shot clock for the Bronx, Farrell to the floor, and he's able to get the timeout. The Bronx retained possession with 3:59 to play, and the game tied at 55. Good heads-up play by Farrell to hold the possession in front of this great crowd of 1,276. Hines, lob for Farrell off the inbounds. His pass goes into the backcourt where it's picked up by Duhan, who gets fouled by Boga, his third. Bronx are over the limit. What Boga does with that foul is he prevents a guaranteed basket, so now it'll be free throws when we return. 3:54 to play, game tied at 55. This is Bronx basketball.
Madness is calling. The 2014 WAC Men's and Women's Basketball Tournament. March 12th through the 15th at Orleans Arena in Las Vegas. 16 teams battle through the brackets on their way to the big dance. Be there to see who will go home the big winner.
Ticket packages on sale now at UTPABronx.com. Well outside to the backstop. Everybody running. Rio scores the tying run. Swinging a liner past the third baseman into left field. The base hit. Bronx win! Bronx win! Bronx win!
This commercial brought to you by Lax Furniture, an official sponsor of the University of Texas Pan American Intercollegiate Athletics.
Back at the UTPA Fieldhouse, Jonah Goldberg riding with you. There are 3 minutes and 54 seconds on the clock, and this game is tied at 55. Nate Duhan hits to the line. First free throw is good. Second shot is good. 57-55. Boga looking for Hines, off his hand. Duhan picks it up, coming straight to the hoop, lays it in. Cougars up 59-55. 3.5 minutes left. And Boga makes contact with Duhan. It's called for his fourth foul. Cougars are now over the limit. Boga trying to make this a one-possession game if he can hit some free throws. The first one rounded out. Boga now 1 of 2 from the line today. 74% for the season entering today. Second shot is good. One-possession game, 59-56. Bronx going with a little full-court pressure. Rosenberg up the court. Rosenberg coming straight to the basket, misses the layup, rebound Cleveland. Boga braces it up, stops on the left wing. Bronxton tied with a 3. Hines on the right wing. Up top to Boga, left wing Majewski. Fakes out his defender, comes in, puts it up. No good, but a foul. Majewski's headed to the line. Majewski, 8 points, all of which have come in the first half, looking for his first points of the second half. Nate Duhan fouls out. Finishes this game with 10 points, 3 steals. Matt Ross is back in. He's playing with 4 fouls himself. Oh, excuse me, I misspoke. I think I said Duhan. I meant Denard fouled out. Duhan has 4 fouls, as does Ross. On the Bronx side, Farrell has 4 fouls. Majewski off the back iron. Majewski 7-22 from the line this season, and that one's off the front iron. Rebound Cougars. 3 minutes left. 3-point game. Duhan left corner, chance of defense getting loud. Duhan puts it up, doesn't fall. Hines the rebound. Bronxton tied with a 3. Majewski camping out in that corner. He's alone. Comes into Cleveland. And a tip of the pass. Here comes Muhammad, who lays it in. 61-56. And a timeout, Cougars. .223 left. Over in the women's game, the Bronx have a 31-point lead with 2.5 minutes left at last check. Tier got off to a hot shooting start in the first half, cooled off a bit. Those points off of turnovers are Cougars 33 points off turnovers. The Bronx, what did I say they were? 42nd in the nation. Farrell, 3 right wing, got it! 61-59, it's a 2-point game. Right wing doesn't go, Hines the rebound. And a foul. Cougars call timeout, the minute 18 left. First free throw for Hines, good. 61-60, Cougars with a minute 18 left. And Hines ties the game. 61 all, just over a minute to go. Apologize for the technical difficulties, folks, but we're back on now with a minute left. The game is tied at 61. And Pippen misses on the 3, Cleveland the rebound, and Josh Cleveland gets it to Farrell, and the Bronx can take the lead here. 52, 51, 50, 25-second differential between shot clock and game clock. Farrell, in front of a boisterous crowd to Boga. Majewski for the lead. Rolls off the rim, and on the rebound, it goes out, and it's Bronx ball! 31.2 seconds remaining. We got a stoppage in play while the refs are discussing something. Now we're ready to go. Hines will inbound. And the Bronx have the shot clock off. They can hold out. Comes to Majewski, right wing. He was wide open. But I guess the play is to run down that clock. Don't give the Cougars a chance to answer. And that's exactly what's happening because Farrell's just standing out there. 18 seconds left. 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. Boga, Farrell, 6. Farrell for the win. Rims out. Rebound Cougars with 1 second left. Duhan's half-court heave just misses. And for the second game in a row, bonus basketball. We're going to overtime. Tied at 61. This is Bronx basketball.
Here, we understand how a team is the result of being part of something larger than yourself, creating a better outcome and a better tomorrow. Doctors Hospital Renaissance is proud to support the University of Texas Pan American Bronx.
Dr. Pena, does LASIK surgery work?
LASIK surgery is America's most frequently performed elective procedure. In fact, I've helped thousands of patients see better.
Dr. Pena.
Call me Raulito.
Thousands and thousands. Raulito, are you sure?
Is that thing on?
Yes.
Follow me. I had to put him somewhere. It's a big project.
That's a lot of successful operations. Call Dr. Raulito Pena at 661-UC.
The phone keeps ringing. Gotta make room.
Back at the UTPA Fieldhouse, Shauna Goldberg riding with you. 5 minutes up on the clock for overtime. And the Bronx and Cougars are tied at 61. Josh Cleveland to take the tip for UTPA against Matt Ross. And Ross wins it. We're underway, moving right to left with the Cougars in black. Pippen, pass to Duhan. Duhan throws it up, doesn't go. Ross tips it in. And the Cougars strike first. It's 63-61. Hines over to Boga. Boga back to Hines. Left corner, Majewski for 3. Yes! The Bronx take the lead. It's 64-63. .410 left in overtime. Shot deflected. Hines saves it, but it goes in the hands of Rosenberg on the left wing. And as he comes in, he gets fouled. Rosenberg's headed to the line. Four on Josh Cleveland now. So to update you on the foul situation, Cleveland and Farrell with 4 for the Bronx. Pippen and Duhan with 4 for the Pippen, Duhan, and Ross with 4 for the Cougars. Those are some key players in this game. After that, Boga has 3. Nobody else has more than 2. Ross takes a seat. It's Muhammad, Duhan, Pippen, Rosenberg, and Starks now for the Cougars. Farrell, Boga, Hines, Cleveland, Majewski for the Bronx. Hines has it up top. Left wing Boga. Over to Hines, right side. Coming in towards the hoop. Tries to pass. He gets tipped by the Cougars out of bounds into the Bronx bench. Bronx ball with 10 on the shot clock. Inbounds comes to Farrell. Farrell's ball knocked away from behind. Pass out Boga, right wing. Lets it fly. Off the mark. Rebound Pippen. Final from Chicago, as Chicago State calls the timeout here. UTPA women's basketball beat Chicago State 75-52. Here the score 64 apiece. There have been some runs in this game. But the Bronx could have run away with it. They normally have fewer turnovers than their opponents. They've only committed more turnovers than their opponents 4 times this year. But Chicago State has forced the Bronx to commit 23 turnovers. That may be a season high. 33 points off those turnovers. Chicago State, by way of comparison, just 11 turnovers. The Bronx have capitalized for 13 points. That's a 20-point swing. I mean, that's a big difference. That's why we are where we are. .315 to go, tied at 64. Cougars ball. 3 minutes left. Rosenberg. Pippen left corner for 3. No good. Offensive board for Rosenberg. And he walks or double dribbles. And that's Bronx ball with 2:53 left.
Substitution for the Cougars, number 3, Johnny Griffin, and number 54, Marcus Starks. Replace number 42, Matt Rawson.
Pippen takes a seat. Mohamed Duhan Pippen, or check that. Starks is in, or Chicago State. Griffin. Johnny Griffin is in. I think that's his first appearance of the game. Farrell hits the shot, they wave it off. Foul on the floor.
Personal foul is on number 3, Johnny Griffin, his first.
Yeah, Griffin just picked up his first foul. Cougars forced to dig a little deeper into their bench with foul trouble. Griffin, the freshman from Fort Heights, Illinois. Farrell hits the first. 65-64. Second shot, good. 66-64 Bronx, 2.5 minutes to go. Rosenberg sends it inside to Duhan. Tried to give it off to Ross, who comes in, but loses it out of bounds. Apparently off the Bronx, so it'll remain Cougars ball with 2:22 to play. Pippen out to Ross, right wing for 3. No good. Long rebound for Duhan. Sent out to Rosenberg, and the Cougars retain with 2:15 to play. Coach Dildy calls out the play. Pippen works his way in. Low look, Rosenberg, open 3 right wing, doesn't go, gets his own board, comes in, feeds Pippen right corner, open 3, no good. Rebound tipped again for the Cougars, and Rosenberg lays it in, ties the game at 66. Minute 48 to play. Well, at first you don't succeed, and at second you don't succeed. Try again. A Let's Go Bronx chant breaking out with 1.5 minutes to go. Game tied at 66. Ten on the shot clock. Farrell works his way in. Farrell to Majewski, left corner. Majewski comes in along the baseline, feeds Cleveland, who gets smacked in the face with 1 on the shot clock. Cleveland's headed to the line to try and untie this game with 1:14 left. Nate Duhan just fouled out. Second player to foul out for the Cougars. Denard fouled out earlier with 6 and 5. Duhan fouls out with 10 and 5. So Corey Gray back in for Chicago State. Cleveland gives the Bronx the lead. Two-point lead. 68-66, 1:14 to go in overtime. Bronx in need of a stop, and the chance of defense are allowed. Tipped out of bounds, still Cougars ball with 25 on the shot clock, 1:03 on the game clock. And the Bronx will call a timeout. Hey, Javon Farrell, by the way, he's up to 16 points. He's 3 points away from 1,000. And if he gets there, he could be a bit, I mean, he's had himself a strong overtime. He's been playing really well down the stretch of this game. If he gets there, it could be a reason why the Bronx win if they win. Rosenberg with the ball at the top. There's Muhammad for three, doesn't go. Offensive rebound. It's out to Rosenberg, 54 seconds left. Chance of defense. Rosenberg lays it in, ties the game at 68. 42.9 ticks of the clock remaining. Johnny Griffin back in. Corey Gray takes a seat for Chicago State. And Shaq Boga brings the basketball down the court with about a 7-second differential between shot clock and game clock. Farrell back to Boga at the top. Majewski, right corner, Farrell. Farrell sends it into Hines. Hines up to Majewski. Left wing, Boga for the lead. Got it! Shaq Boga from downtown! 71-68 Bronx! Time out! Cougars! Well, it's actually a timeout. Bronx is their full timeout. Happy they still had it, I'm sure. Bronx setting up their defense. You know, Coach Hipsher talked about it a little bit on the Coaches Show this week on 956sports.com, how at Idaho, the Bronx had a chance to win at the end of regulation. All they needed was a defensive stop, couldn't get it. And Coach Hipsher has been second-guessing himself, wishing he had called timeout to set up the defense. He said that that's not really his style. He doesn't call timeout usually. He just lets it happen because he doesn't want to give the other team a chance to draw up a play. But he regretted not doing it. In retrospect, it's 2020. So he calls the timeout here. Let's see what happens. Bronx need to stop. 7 seconds left. Rosenberg. Pippen. Pippen with 2. Pippen with 1. Lets it fly from NBA range. No good! No good! No good! The Bronx pick up the win. 71-68 in overtime. Wow. Well, what a way to finish up a ball game, huh? That was an ending for the ages. You know, this is the kind of game that throughout the season the Bronx have ended up on the wrong side of. And how many times have the Bronx been just that close to winning a game this year only to watch something like that happen for the other team? I mean, it just happened 5 days ago at Idaho. Well, tonight, things a little different. Bronx turn it around and they pick up that big win. And you know, this is the kind of thing, it's happened to them so many times. And, you know, I've talked about it with Coach Hipsher a few times about how, you know, one of these days it's going to happen for you. And once that happens, your team's going to start rolling. It's just the question of when. Well, it just happened. So, now the question is, can the Bronx start rolling? And they certainly hope so. And I guess we're going to find out for sure on Saturday when they take on Kansas City. Well, let's take a look at some of those final numbers. We'll start with the visiting team, the Chicago State University Cougars. There are my stats. Cougars led by Quentin Pippen. He scored a game-high 19 points, 6 of 17 shooting, 4 of 15 from behind the arc, 3 of 4 from the line, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals. 15 points, Rajan Muhammad, 6 of 11 shooting, 3 of 7 from behind the arc with 2 steals. 10 points, Nate Duhan, 5 rebounds, an assist, and 3 steals. 9 points, 10 rebounds, 3 steals, Clark Rosenberg. 6 points, 5 boards, Eddie Denard. 6 points, 4 boards, Matt Ross. 3 points, Corey Gray. The Cougars, 24 of 69 from the field. That's 35%. 9 of 31 from behind the arc, 29%. 11 of 17 from the line. That's 65%. 37 rebounds, 17 offensive compared to 42 and 10 by the Bronx. The Bronx had 4 players reach double figures in scoring, I think the 8th or 9th time this season. Javon Farrell and Shaq Boga, 16 points each. Farrell doing it on 4 of 10 shooting, 2 of 6 from behind the arc, 6 of 6 from the line, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal. Boga, 6 of 13 shooting, 2 of 6 from behind the arc, 2 of 3 from the line, 2 boards, 4 assists, 1 steal. 13 points, Josh Cleveland, that's a season high, 4 of 5 from the field, 5 of 6 from the line, 9 boards, 2 blocks. 11 points, Alex Majewski, 4 of 11 shooting, 3 of 9 from behind the arc, 3 boards, and an assist. 9 points, 12 rebounds, Shaquille Hines, 4 assists, 2 blocks, 1 steal. You really stuffed that stat sheet. LJ McIntosh, 6 points off the bench. The Bronx shot 22 of 49, that's 45%. 8 of 25 from behind the arc, 32%. And 19 for 26 from the line, that's 73%. Points in the paint, the Cougars 28, the Bronx with 20. Points off turnovers, Cougars 33, the Bronx 15. Second chance points, 12 for the Cougars, 10 for the Bronx. Fast break points, 14 for the Cougars, 4 for the Bronx. Cougars got 13 points off their bench. The Bronx had 6. There were 9 lead changes and 12 ties. We'll give you all these numbers, but hey, the only ones that matter. 71-68. The Bronx beat the Cougars at the UTPA Fieldhouse. The Bronx improve to 7-19. They are 3-8 in WAC play. The Bronx pick up their first home WAC win. It's their first home win since November, and that gets quite a monkey off their shoulders. And let's see if they can start rolling 4 of their final 6 at home. This could be a big stretch for the Bronx as they try to move up in the standings. Cougars fall to 10-13, 5-4 in WAC play as the Bronx complete the season sweep of Chicago State. Bronx are back in action on Saturday. It's 7 o'clock start, 6:45 pregame as they host the Kansas City Kangaroos at the UTPA Fieldhouse for homecoming. If you're in the Valley, we hope to see you out here. Doors open at 6 o'clock, and we'll have a tailgate party in the parking lot starting at 3. Also a ton of baseball. Baseball starts this season. That's our next Bronx broadcast of any sport. It's tomorrow, 7 o'clock start, 6:45 pregame. Bronx baseball team is playing host to Texas A&M Corpus Christi, start of a 4-game series. They play Saturday at 7, Friday at 7, Saturday at doubleheader at 1, Sunday at 12. More information, visit utpabronx.com. But that'll do it for us from the UTPA Fieldhouse. I'd like to thank everybody out there for tuning in. This has been a presentation of Bronx Basketball. For more information, hey, log on, utpabronx.com. If you'd ever like to reach us, send an email. The contact info is up on the website under Inside Athletics. Click on Staff Directory. But for now, for Jim Bob Sides, the control room, and the entire camera crew, this is Jonah Goldberg saying goodnight. From the UTPA Fieldhouse, Bronx win 71-68 in overtime.